Hey, algebra students. Today we're going a step further. Last week we did solving one-step equations where we either just added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided to get the final answer. Today we're gonna do it a little bit different. It's gonna be a multi-step equation, but they're gonna give us a problem, and we're actually gonna just logically walk it back. So I'm gonna actually do this assignment with you guys. I'm going to leave like 3 problems for you to do on your own, but I'm going to do the majority of it with you guys so that you guys can see what's going on. So as you can see, today's assignment, solving multi-step equations, work backward. Working backward is one of many problem-solving strategies. Many problem-solving strategies. So this is a problem-solving strategy. This is something that is good for you in life. To be able to learn this and walk back from a situation that you can use to solve problems. To work backward, start with the result given at the end of the problem and undo each step. Undo each step to arrive at the beginning number. So when we say undo each step, it means that if it said add 5, we're going to subtract 5. If it said multiply by 2, we're going to divide by 2. So undo means you're going to do the opposite of whatever that step was. So let's look at example 1. A number is divided by 2, and then 8 is subtracted from the quotient. The result is 16. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the back. The result is 16. What is the number? So this is what we're trying to find, this number. So we start with 16. And if you notice, the one right before that, 8 is subtracted from it, right? 8 is subtracted from the quotient. So undo subtracting 8 by adding 8. So instead of subtracting, so I'm going to highlight that word subtracted. Instead of subtracted 8, we're going to add 8. We're doing the opposite. So 16 plus 8 was 24. So that step is taken care of. 8 was added, so 8 was subtracted, so now we added 8. A number is divided by 2, so what's the opposite of divided by 2? It would be multiply by 2. So now we're going to say 24 times 2. And that gives us 48. And that's our final answer because there's nothing else going on. And I like to turn it around and I like to think about it. And so I'll plug that number in and then I'll just do the steps. So a number, 48, is that number. 48 is divided by 2. 48 divided by 2 is 24. And then 8 is subtracted. So 24 minus 8 is 16. So this is our answer. It works. Example 2. A bacteria culture doubles each half hour. After 3 hours, there are 6,400 bacteria. How many bacteria were there to begin with? So if they double every half hour, that means we're going to work backwards. We're going to start with 6,400, and the opposite of doubling is halving. So what we're going to do is we're going to half every half hour, but there's 3 hours, so this is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. So then we get 6,400 times 1/2, and then we could do times 1/2, times 1/2, times 1/2, times 1/2. And then we get, they did 2 to the 8th power here, 64. 2 to the 6th power is 64, so 1 over 64. But either way you do that in your calculator, you will get 100. But the point was, we started with our result was 6,400 bacteria, and we halved that 6 times because there's 6 half hours in 3 full hours. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of these problems with you, and then you're going to do them on your own. All right, so A number is divided by 3, and then 4 is added to the quotient. The result is 8. Find the number. So we're going to find the number. So we're going to work backwards. So my first step is I have 8. So I'm starting with 8. So I'll put 8 there. Cross that guy out. That step's done. 4 is added to that. So I'm doing the opposite. Remember, we're doing the opposite. So instead of 4 being added to it, I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to put a symbol for subtraction there just to remind us. So I'm going to subtract 4. So now I have my first step to solve. 8 minus 4 is 4. That step is done. So now my result so far is 4. A number is divided by 3. So instead of divided by 3, I'm going to multiply by 3. Put our multiplication symbol there. So I'm going to multiply by 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. That's done. And I should be left off with what my number is. So my number is 12. And then I'm going to walk it through just to make sure it makes sense. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then 4 is added. 4 plus 4 is 8. And that was my final result. So that's what we're doing. We're just walking them back. I'm going to let you can do those two on your own. Let's do this one. 3 times a number plus 3 is 24. So find the number. So we're going to start with our end result was 24. Plus 3. So the opposite would be subtracting 3. So 24 minus 3 is 21. And then 3 times a number, right? So instead of multiplying by 3, we're going to divide by 3. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. So our original number should be 7. So let's try it out. 3 times 7. So if that was 7, 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. Checks out. So, and that's what you guys are doing. I'll do this one, and then you guys will have this word problem on your own. So, okay, Angela rented a car for $29.99 a day plus a one-time insurance cost of $5. Her bill was $124.96. How many days did she rent the car? So I'm going to start with $124.96. I'm going to start with my end game. And so instead of plussing $5, I'm going to subtract $5. So when I subtract $5, I get $119.96. $119.96. So she paid $29.99 a day. So instead of multiplying times $29.99, I'm going to divide by $29.99. $29.99. So I got $119.96 divided by $29.99. And that gives me 4 days. So all you're doing is working back. All right, guys. So you have 1, 2, 3. 3 problems that I'm asking you guys to do because I did the others for you. So any questions, reach out. Good luck and have a good day.